He spent more than 2 decades helping build the foundation of UT Tyler athletics, from launching NCAA programs to guiding the university through major transitions and championship moments. But this conversation is more about wins, titles, and accomplishments. We want to learn more about the person behind the position, and I know so do you. We want to learn about the coach, the mentor, the leader, the storyteller, and how he spent his entire career helping others succeed. Let's go ahead and welcome in here Dr. Howard Patterson. Welcome in here to East
Hi
Texas
there.
tonight.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Awesome. I'm so glad that you're here because I was really looking forward to talking to you and getting to know you a little bit. I played D1 softball for
Oh,
years.
cool. Where?
Louisiana Tech and
La Tech.
Lafayette
Of
too.
course, you're not supposed to say La Tech, but Louisiana Tech.
I know.
Oh, cool. What position?
I was an outfielder in softball.
All right. Great. Wow.
Yeah, fun story.
Yes.
Fun story there. That's why I was like, oh, I'm so excited
I
to
could
get to know
interview
him.
you then, and not the other way around.
Technically, you could. Technically, you could. But let's kind of do a little bit of backtracking on some history. Let's look back at UT Tyler and kind of the legacy on it. When you first came to UT Tyler, did you ever imagine the athletics program and what it would eventually become?
Not really, to the extent that it did eventually become and currently still is. I started the program with a tennis coach and an administrative assistant. There were three of us. That was the first staff meeting. And from there, we built the facilities, we grew the staff, we added the programs. We were fortunate enough to have a president and Dr. Rod Mabry, who was very visionary, and at least to the extent where he said one day, Howard, if you want to do it, just do it. I trust you. So that was a phenomenal, just phenomenal for me to be able to work for a man who believed in me and believed that we had similar goals and similar aspirations, and off we went.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, those goals and aspirations turned into something, obviously, because you kind of left a little bit of a legacy. You helped build Patriot athletics from the ground up. What's it like looking back and seeing how far it's come?
Oh, gosh. It's I tell you what, I probably miss the most of the student athletes and the staff, and being able to spend time with them and go to practices and go to games and visit with people in their offices and not just sit in my office all day. I'm not much of a sit-in-place person. I like to keep moving around. But it's wonderful to see the staff that we're able to put together and the accomplishments that they were able to do over the career, or the years that I was there. It really is amazing to look back on.
Well, let's talk about how it's really become something special. Was there a moment where you were just like, oh my gosh, I've really done it. This is really cool. We've gotten somewhere and it's special.
I don't think I ever looked at it as I've done this or I've allowed this to happen. I hired great people. Mm-hmm. And you look at the accomplishments of those people, the coaches, not just the coaches, but the staff, the strength coaches, the cheerleader coach, the administrative people that we had working with us. I was just very fortunate. Probably one of my talents was hiring good people, as Dr. Mabry would say.
That's awesome. It's a we, right?
It's definitely a we. It has to be in college athletics.
Mm-hmm. Well, what are some of the moments or memories from your time at UT Tyler that you'll always carry with you?
Oh, goodness. The men's baseball national championship, I can't even remember what state we were in. I think Wisconsin, but that championship was very, very special because we came out. We were the last team chosen in the draw. So I don't remember how many teams there were, 16, 32, whatever, but we were the last one chosen as an at-large. And then we went on to win it. Of course, the national championships for softball are something that I'll always treasure, and being led by Mike Reed, who just did a phenomenal job in the program. He's just a great coach.
He left a mark that you'd hear about in different states.
Yes, yeah, that's true. I think probably what I'm most proud of is helping to put UT Tyler on the map nationally. Mm-hmm. Nobody knew who we were prior to the athletic program, which again was part of Dr. Mabry's vision. Let's have something that's going to get our name out there. And nothing against the strong academic programs that we had, but athletics was all over the country. Playing teams from up in Massachusetts. I can't remember the name of the school that we played up there. It might have been Bates, and of course that's in Maine. And then the California schools, the Florida schools, et cetera. Just and not just playing them, but beating them and being successful. Two very strong men's and women's soccer programs, Kenny Jones and Stephanie Webb, people that I hired. People don't know this about Stephanie, but I I needed to hire another women's soccer coach, and I wanted to hire Stephanie. And at the time, she was at another school. And I told Kenny Jones, who was a very good friend of hers, I said, Kenny, I want to hire Stephanie. I want you to see if she's interested in coming. And he got in touch with her, and she said yes, but not this year. I've got a good team coming back. I want to be there for that season. So I thought about it overnight, and the next day I told Kenny, I said, I can't wait. I've got to have someone there now. I want Stephanie, and if she can't come, I'm going to have to find somebody else. Next day she applied. So, and she's still there.
Yeah.
She's still there 20 plus years later. So Kenny's been there 20 plus years. We've got a phenomenal women's basketball coach that's there, Rebecca Alvidrez. Just a sweet woman and a good coach. Just coach after coach after coach, staff member after staff member, just top of the heap.
Well, speaking of top of the heap, being a former athlete myself, I would know for one, athletic directors are phenomenal, and being a part of a staff or having someone there that's over you as an athlete is very heartwarming, and it means that they care, right? They want to be involved. What are some of the moments being involved in student athletes' lives, not only just on the field, but off the field? What does that mean to you?
Oh gosh, getting to know not only just the student athletes, but their parents. There are so many parents across the Southwest that I've become good friends with. So many players that I'm still in touch with. You name the sport, I can probably name 3 or 4 people from that sport that I'm still in touch with, probably on a monthly or every other month basis, just checking in on them. Watching them start families. We've had many couples meet at UT Tyler in an athletics program and go on to become married couples and have children and bring them back from time to homecoming. So that's very heartwarming just to know that those people still care about the school.
Mm-hmm. Well, you've spent your career obviously mentoring athletes, coaches, and staff. What is the biggest lesson that you hope to take away from, working there?
I guess invest in people. People make a difference, and people make things happen, and you've got to give them the opportunity and the tools to do their job that you hired them for. That's what I always try to do, and that's what Dr. Mabry helped me accomplish was, Howard, go find good people and then tell me what it is you need for them to be successful. And I think in almost every case, I made some mistakes in hires, and I corrected them as soon as I could, but I guess no one's perfect. But at the same time, we had the right people in place, and that's very heartwarming.
That's awesome. And what an experience, too. You definitely had a great ride to get here, and now we're sitting here looking back on it. Let's talk about who you are behind that title. People know you as Dr. Patterson or the athletic director, but who is Howard Patterson outside of that role?
Oh, goodness.
Do you golf or fish or?
I've lost so many golf balls, and I don't.
Okay, so he's not good at golf.
I'm not good at golf, but I do work at the Holly Tree Country Club, and I work part-time there. That's kind of something that I've found to do in retirement. The hard part about retirement is, at least for me, they tell you to have your hobbies established before you retire. Well, I didn't. And so on Friday, we have the big going away party. And on Monday, I wake up and I'm thinking, what the heck do I do today? For 51 years, every day I'd get up and go to work, with a few exceptions, but not too many. So I was sitting at Holly Tree having lunch one day after I retired, and the pro said, what are you doing now with your time? I said, not much. I'm trying to find something. He said, I got something for you. So he hired me as a starter. So starter is the guy that sits at the first tee and waits for people to come up and make sure their name's on the list. So now my hobby is finding golf balls, which is kind of strange, but people lose a lot of golf balls out there at Holly Tree. So
I believe it.
Yeah.
One of them's probably mine.
So my downtime when I'm working is as I'll just drive around the course and look for golf balls.
I bet it's peaceful. Do you think you've found peace in retirement?
No, I still don't have peace yet, but we're getting there. Second hobby, so to speak, is the grandkids. We have 6, and 5 of them live within 10 minutes of our new house in Van. We lived in Tyler for 25 years or 24 years, and then moved to Van to be closer to the kids. So that's been a lot of fun. That's where I spent this morning watching 7-year-old play basketball. So those 2 things take up a fair amount of my time. When I leave here, I'm going to Holly Tree, and I'm going to work this afternoon. And I'll work tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday this week. I've got a busy week. We've traveled a little bit more than we have in the past. We've taken some cruises, and we will take some more. We're going to go to Hawaii finally with a couple friend of ours in November. We're going on another cruise later on in September down the West Coast from California, from San Diego, no, from Los Angeles down. So I guess traveling, grandkids, looking for golf balls. That's taking up most of my time right now.
Yeah, definitely. Well, after spending so many years helping others with their goals and chase them, what are some things that you're looking forward to chase yourself?
Wow. Gosh, that's a hard one. I think I've stopped chasing. And no one's ever asked me that question before. I think I've stopped chasing, and I'm trying to enjoy life and fewer stresses than when I was an athletic director or vice president for athletics. Fewer stresses. I'm a little lazier now than I was then. But I'm really not chasing anything anymore. I'd say probably trying to stay healthy, if that's possible, in today's climate, and just enjoy those grandkids.
Yeah, of course. Well, as you step into this next phase, what are you most proud of when you look back on your career?
Ooh. I think coaches, and I coached for 25 years, coached soccer and a few other sports. Every time the AD fired somebody, he gave me that sport for the year, like baseball and tennis and women's soccer even.
He said, you're up.
Howard, you play baseball in college? Yes? Okay, I need you to coach baseball for a year. That end of that year, I went into him and said, if you're going to make me coach baseball and soccer and teach, I'm looking for another job. And he said, no, I'm not going to do that to you. But he did it to me in tennis a couple of years later. Ask me the question again, because I go down rabbit trails.
Just talk a little bit more about what you're looking forward to in your journey as you move
in
forward.
retirement. What I'm most proud of. I think the relationship that I had with student athletes, giving them UT Tyler, giving initially regional student athletes, but then national student athletes from all over the country, the opportunity to play at a high level with good coaches and in great facilities. I think that's probably what I was most proud of. And of course, some of those student athletes go on to coach. So the impact you have on someone to help them develop their skills and leadership qualities, and then for them to go on and develop those in other students, it just goes on and on and on. So that's probably one of the things I'm most proud of.
Well, as you move forward, I'm sure there's going to be so many that ask you for advice along the way, whether it be coaches, leaders, or athletes in general who are just starting their own journey. What advice would you give them?
Well, be yourself, number one. Be approachable, number two. Don't be judgmental, number three. And I've never listed these in order before. Be open to listening to what other people have to say. Even your student athletes that don't necessarily agree with you, be open to listening to them. And make sure that you're connected to the community. I think that's very important, that coaches and staff people are somehow involved in the community, either through charity work or committee work or whatever, to help try and make our community a better place to live in.
Well, if you could go back, I think everybody wants to go back at some point and talk to yourself on the first day of your job. First day at UT Tyler, if you could go back and talk to yourself, what would you tell yourself?
I don't remember that first day. I do remember my first day at Midwestern State coaching, and I questioned my sanity in taking the job. I grew up in Massachusetts, played at a high level soccer there, came here and great young men, but they didn't know how to play soccer. And I thought, I'm not going to last here. This is not going to be any good. But I learned how to recruit, and I spent a lot of time in the Dallas-Fort Worth area recruiting players. So I think that first day is in my mind. My first day at Incarnate Word, I'm sitting in the office and I hear a basketball bouncing. And I had Venetian blinds, and I split the blinds and looked out there, and Charles Barkley was shooting free throws because our facility was where the Spurs practiced when they couldn't get in the Alamo Dome. And most of the NBA teams at another point or another came into that gym. So that first day I'll never forget. At UT Tyler, the first day, I went to Mary Irwin and asked her if I could have a pencil because I had nothing to write with. I really didn't have an office, and I didn't have any utensils at all. And she tells that story too, and it's kind of crazy, but we all start somewhere.
I think everybody starts off at some point, but if you could go back, you wish you had a pencil?
And Mary has become a lifelong friend. Just a wonderful lady.
All right, well, Dr. Patterson, is there anything else that you'd like to share with us?
Well, just thank you for the opportunity to come here to meet you. This is a great place. This is a great TV station, and I appreciate all that you do for the community.